Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of JazzyCraft. And as promised, I have this building completed here. This is our second mob farm here. See a couple of guys in there waiting. The only issue are the spiders that do eventually climb in the corners. We would just have to leave the area so they can despawn. But this is actually working. Press the button. We can climb up here to watch them fall down. And the water pushes them straight down. So you got 5 skeletons and a creeper. And they all just fall right down to the bottom. And, oh, we actually could have just came here to watch them fall. Because I already dug it down to bedrock. I have some hoppers set up at the bottom to collect their drops. What we are going to do today is try a little something different as far as collecting these guys. Oops, we need to go to sleep pretty soon. But what I want to do is take this button here and that button over there and connect it to this middle post here so that when we press the button, both of them will activate. And when both of them activate, it will be on a timer so that it will flush the water out. And then after a certain amount of time, I'm thinking 10 seconds, after 10 seconds, it will retract the water on its own, hopefully, if I do it correctly, and redo the process over and over again. I know I said 10 seconds. I may need to do it a little longer than 10 seconds. I'm thinking probably 60 seconds, 1 minute, 1 full minute. Yes, 1 full minute to allow for more spawns to come back. Let's go to sleep. Alright, so now I'm going to take that, those 2 wires, take a line from there to there, and from here to that in the middle, and then I will come back and show you what everything looks like. Alright, so I have one building already connected. So we have the line running from here all the way down here. Now this might be temporarily because when I start to build the librarian house, and I made a mistake, it's not that pole there, it's this pole over here. But when I build the librarian building, I may have to change up the structure or the infrastructure of this redstone just because, you know, I may want to do something different with this librarian building and the redstone might get in the way. But when that happens, it happens. And now for this building. Now, this building is a special building. Not because it's difficult to wire it, only because this building should actually be over there. If you can see where that diorite is at over there, let's see if we can zoom into it. If I remember how to zoom in. I forgot how to zoom in. But there's diorite in between those 2 trees over there. That is where this building should be. For now, we will leave it here. Unless I see that the drops are hindered because of the proximity to this building over here. But for now, like I said, we'll just leave it. So what I'm going to do now is before I hook up this one to here, I'm going to set up the timer, if I'm able to this pole here. Alright, so as I was building the line and I had it connected to the pole there, I decided that, you know what, it didn't make much sense to have the timer over there connecting all of them together, and I have to continuously press the button anyways to make it work. So I came up with this idea to build an individual one for each one of these. I started with this building first, so we have the timer here. I'll show you a little later how to make this timer, but it has blocks on the inside, 32 blocks on the inside there. That's how long the timer is on for. And instead of me pressing the button every time to activate it, I have chickens working for us. So there are 2 chickens on the inside right here, and these chickens randomly walk. And on this block here, there is a pressure plate. And when they step on the pressure plate, it activates this here. We should see that happen soon. If it does, I'll let you see it work. But they step on the pressure plate, and it will release these blocks of dirt into this hopper. And when this hopper is completely full, it will, right now the water is on, it will turn off the water. And I figure if I have them randomly doing that throughout the entire time, then mobs will be flushed out continuously. We're going to see how that works. I'm going to build this over here on the other side so you can see what is actually happening. Alright, so I have the second setup for the timer here. So basically what it is these two hoppers are facing each other, sending blocks back and forth, but right now they are locked. And the reason they are locked is because of this torch here sending a redstone signal to this block. And since this block is powered, it locks this hopper, preventing it from sending blocks or stone, which is in this case to this hopper here. So nothing at the moment is working until this block receives power. Then it will turn off this redstone torch, allowing it to release the stones in here into this one, and this comparator will read the signal from this hopper, send the signal to here, and activate this here. And the reason that we have the stone in here is so that when the stones are flowing through, it will not allow any more signals to turn the water off. That is the hope. That is what I'm hoping for. It will not allow the signal to turn the water off because we need the water on long enough to flush out all the mobs to the center and have them fall down. So let's go up to the top here where this block will receive a signal. And that is up here inside this little container that I built. I'll make it a little prettier later. Right now I just want to make sure that everything works. But what we'll do is we'll throw a chicken in here. There we go. Right now the chicken is running around crazy because I just hit it. But what it's doing though is activating. You see the redstone signal is off now, allowing these to release and go into this container over here. Now I may reduce the time a little bit because the blocks all go in here, but until the blocks come back, it will not, that's the other problem. See, if that chicken steps on this plate again, it will send the stones back. And see, he's doing it right now. That's the only downside. I may have to increase the size of the box so that he's not constantly walking on the pressure plate. He doesn't usually do that, though. Usually gives us enough time to allow these stones to go back, which is why I say I have to probably reduce the amount of time it takes. But you see now, the water is going to turn off because it fully went back over to this side. And then when the chicken walks back across the plate, he will activate it, allowing the water to flow again when that happens. And that's how that works. Alright, so here's one chest for the first building here. That's the contents that we have at the moment. And here's the contents for the second building. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go AFK for about 30 minutes just to see how well it is working, if those chickens are actually doing their job. And this little area here is where I am going to stand and enclose myself so I do not get attacked by anything. Let's put a torch down also. There we go. Now I will wait for 30 minutes and then we will see what the progress is. All right, let's go see what the verdict is. All right, so after 30 minutes, we're down here at the bottom with our chests. And after comparing the screenshots, we doubled the gunpowder and more than doubled the rotten flesh. Almost doubled the bones and arrows. We didn't do much for this string though. Let's take a look at our other chest. All right, so now looking at the other chest and comparing the pictures, nothing changed. So either we need to adjust the position of the point where we are AFK. Maybe that's not the optimal point to be at. Well, what happened? Oh, there we go. Maybe that's not the optimal point to be at while we are trying to maximize the amount of spawns. Or these chickens were not walking around like they're supposed to. Oh, okay, well he is walking around. Did that one turn on or turn off? Sounds like it turned off. So that's the other issue there. If they do not turn off the machine, or maybe these guys don't have enough space to walk around and they're always walking on the pressure plate. That is probably what it is. And remember, like I said, if they're on the pressure plate, that means they are locking the whatchamacallit from moving. Alright, so we can see, get a clear view here. Pushing them down, pushing them down, pushing down. They're all falling. And this guy stepped on it for some reason. I don't know why. Stop walking around. He has 3 blocks to walk around back and forth. And right now he's constantly standing on this pressure plate, which means that that redstone signal is off. So maybe we want to expand his walking area also. Yeah, we should do that, because the longer he stands there, the longer that this signal will be off, and these items will keep going back and forth. That's what's happening right now. The items are going back and forth because he is standing in the same spot activating that pressure plate. Now he just moved, so the items will go back, but as soon as he does that, they go right back into this chest here. So let's expand his walking area, which will allow the items to flow back and forth more freely. Or reduce, either expand it or reduce the time. I'm going to expand first. Let's see how that works. Now, as soon as I expanded it, he automatically moved over. So this should help. So the water's turned off now. So now spawns can come inside here. That should work. Now the only thing I want to do now is probably drop this down to the ground level. Well, whatever the ground level will be. I don't know what the ground level is at yet. But basically lower this so that he's hidden in the ground just like that one will be over there. Because I don't want to see this structure outside. But we will work on that. I will work on that later in between episodes. Because we're going to end this here today. Look at this guy walking around, think he's safe. We're going to end the episode here today. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe and comment to let me know what you think. Or if you have any ideas on how to make this more efficient. Or, because I was also thinking of using villagers. But we'll talk about that later on the next one. Until next time, guys, adios. Hey guys, remember when I said that the episode was over? Guess what? I lied. I just figured something out. I do not need to put it on a timer. I can just have this chicken walking over a pressure plate, which is already attached to the signal here, the signal tower, redstone torch tower there, just walking randomly, and it will do what we want. So right now the water's on, but eventually this guy will just walk over here whenever he feels like it and turn the water off. Of course he's not going to do it right now, but that should work. I will give you more updates on the next episode so you see how it is working. And yeah, but like I said before, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and until next time, adios.